On Sunday, December 14th, legendary Hollywood writer and director Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle were found brutally murdered in their Brentwood home in California. Now, there's been a media frenzy around this story. One of the reasons why I wanted to wait a few days before I actually reported on it, because I knew that more details would come out. And now it's being reported that the couple's son, Nick Reiner, has been held and is being booked on suspicion of murder. He's being held on a $4 million bail. And one of the more sad parts about this story is the fact that the couple's daughter is the one who actually found the parents inside of their home unresponsive. I believe around 3:30 p.m. that day, she called 911. By the time paramedics and the police arrived, the couple was stabbed multiple times, so they were apparently already deceased. And there's also being reports that there was some sort of incident that occurred at a party that Conan O'Brien had thrown. So Conan O'Brien throws this party every year. He invites the who's who of Hollywood. And it's being reported that the couple and the family were there. And Nick was actually being very disruptive. He interrupted conversations on multiple occasions. Actually, let's take a look at this video from the Post, who can give more details about that.
They went Saturday night to Conan O'Brien's holiday party. It's something he throws every year, and you get a lot of celebrity friends who go over and they have this big party where they all have a nice time. Well, Rob Reiner went this year with his wife, Michelle, but they also brought Nick with them. We have been told that there was a blowout fight at Conan O'Brien's party on Saturday night where it got so bad or so intense that Rob and Michelle left. Unclear if Nick left, but Rob and Michelle left the party because they got into this fight with Nick. And then obviously less than 24 hours later, we know, tragically what happened to them. And now, as there is some evidence to at least indicate that he may have had something to do with it, I think it kind of puts that argument into focus. And they were not in a good place. We've been told that they were at wit's end, for lack of a better term, with what to do with Nick and how to help him. And they loved their son very much, but they just didn't know where to turn. And it just paints a picture of a parents and a son who were really in crisis with one another.
Yeah, based on his experience with addiction, with homelessness as well. He even told People magazine that he was homeless in Maine, homeless in New Jersey. He was homeless in Texas. He said he spent nights on the street, weeks on the street. And it does seem like that they would keep going to him and trying to get him help, trying to get him on the right page. And I just think of so many parents who probably have been in this same boat where they're trying so hard to help their kid, but at the same point, you feel like you're just playing the same old story.
Now, Rob and his wife and the rest of the children were all spotted recently back in October at the premiere of Spinal Tap 2, which is another film that Rob had produced. And just to give you an idea of how big the Reiner family is in Hollywood, Rob's father, Carl Reiner, was also a comedian, actor, and writer. He's played in numerous TV shows and films. He's won multiple Emmy Awards. I think he even won a Grammy. And one of the earlier roles in film for Rob, he played the son-in-law of Archie Bunker in the TV show All in the Family, which aired way back in the 70s. Now, Rob also went on to produce hit movies like When Harry Met Sally, The Princess Bride, A Few Good Men with Tom Hanks. His production company, Castle Rock Entertainment, went on to also play a pivotal role in the TV series Seinfeld. So you could imagine he launched numerous careers in Hollywood. And the unfortunate part for Nick, their son, who is 32 years old, by the way, he's been struggling with addiction and substance abuse since a teenager. I think they said earlier that his first stint in rehab was at the age of 15. 15 years old, man. He's also spoke on his struggles with addiction and homelessness. And on a podcast called Dopey with Dan Manheim, he spoke about an incident that he had at his parents' house. They allowed him to stay in the guest house, where he got high to the point where he ended up just trashing the place.
He got sequestered in his parents' guest house. What was the story there? That's a good
what do you
dopey
mean
story.
sequestered?
Tell that story
It's
before you
not
go.
much of a story. I got totally spun out on uppers. I think it was coke and something else, and I was up for days on end, and I started punching out different things in my guest house.
Like a frame? Like what? Like a stuff?
No, I think I started with the TV, and then I went over to the lamp, and then everything in the guest house got wrecked.
Did you punch the TV?
Yeah, I literally punched the TV.
Did you like lacerate your hands? I mean, that sounds bad.
Yeah, did you hurt yourself?
I don't even remember at this point.
You were too fucked up. He was about to have a heart attack. So he destroyed the guest house.
Now, if you are old enough and you were around when Nicole Simpson was murdered, allegedly by O.J. Simpson, I say allegedly, but anyways, if you were around back in those days, right, you remember outside of the home after the murder occurred, the media frenzy that it created, the circus that surrounded it. Everyone was outside of the house. Either they were mourning or they were just trying to, back then, I guess, create content. That's exactly what's going on outside of the Weiner family's home. You got influencers out there filming. You got people streaming. The cops had to be called multiple times to try to de-escalate situations.
No, not well.
Yeah.
The gentleman over here was threatening me.
Yeah, there's a lot of he said, she said, a lot of...
I have everything on stream. I have thousands of viewers. I'll show you my footage. Comfortable, really? I want to press charges. I want to press charges. I'm standing on what I believe in. For my in the chat.
Hey, can you turn it down, please? Can you turn it down, please? Someone just died. Have some decency, please. Like, keep the music down. We're getting complaints that people are harassing each other around here. Just turn down your music, okay? That's all we want.
After 7 years,
someone just died, though. We just want to keep the peace. We want to give the
these guys
people...
are all like trying to profit off the man that died.
Okay. All right, just keep it down, okay?
Did they pay you?
No, we're getting
They're all
calls.
trying to profit from like this.
Okay.
They're all, like,
Look, we just got phone calls. Just keep it down, okay? That's all we want.
Legally, do I have to keep it down though?
Yeah, please.
Like, you got family and friends out there mourning the loss of their loved ones. You got neighbors who are kind of shaken up because we're talking Brentwood here. And Brentwood is a community, it's very wealthy people. Like, it's not a lot of crime going on, if any crime at all. And something like this happening out there, it definitely is going to rock the community. But then you have people out there streaming and doing TikToks and trying to get content. It's just a mess. But let's get back to the son, Nick, right? Because for years, it's well known, well documented that he struggled with substance abuse addiction. The parents have tried multiple things in multiple ways to try to help him with that addiction. And it appeared at some point, I believe back in 2015, when the father and the son co-wrote and filmed a movie that dropped that was called Being Charlie. And it was based upon a politician having a son who was battling substance abuse addiction. And everyone kind of understood that the movie was really based upon Nick's real life struggles. And, you know, it's sad because they even did an interview together discussing the film and the impact of it.
Working on this script, did you feel like you had to sort of inject humor, or did you sort of find the humor organically?
No, there's so much funny stuff that happens in rehab, and a lot of funny people. Like, it's tragic and all, but the people that are there are not going to want you to throw them a pity party. They're going to want you to laugh at the situation and make light of it.
There's a great scene in it, in the movie when you see it, where the main character Charlie is gotten bathroom detail, and he's having to clean the bathroom, and he's with his friend there, and they're working, you know, the two guys in rehab, and they're cleaning the bathroom, and there's a dialogue between the two of them that's hysterical, and it's actually a conversation that Nick had with somebody that he encountered, and so they put it right in the script.
Yeah.
Now, coming from someone who has had family members who battled substance abuse addictions, I've had family members who struggle with it for years. We're talking 20 plus years, trying to get them to understand the impact of the harm that they're doing to themselves what it does to the people that actually care for them, it's hard. It's hard. And only they can look themselves in the mirror one day and understand, like, okay, I am damaging myself. I'm also hurting the ones around me that love me the most. And until they have that come to Jesus moment, they will continue along that dark path. And unfortunately for Nick, it led to allegedly him, taking the lives of his parents. Now, obviously, he's going to have his day in court, but at this point, it looks like he's being held responsible. And it just goes to show you that no matter what you do as a parent, no matter what type of environment that you place your kid in, you can have all the resources in the world, all the money. You can't really predict the outcome of your children. Like, you can't predict the end result. You can provide them all the tools that they need to survive in this life. But at the end of the day, at some point, they're going to start making decisions and choices on their own. Those choices are going to affect their lives and potentially your life at the end of the day. So y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about this tragic story, man. Very, very sad story. I was very caught off guard by this because I don't think we've had like a Hollywood children killed the parent type of story since probably the Menendez brothers back in the 90s, maybe. Y'all can let me know in the comments if there's been some other ones outside of that. But yeah, very tragic story. And the fact that the daughter had to find her parents that way, my thoughts and prayers go out to the family, and my condolences. Rest in peace to the Reiner family. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think, man. Until next time,